Hello, these are the physical items that come in the LEGO Dimensions Sonic the Hedgehog level pack. The exclusive toy tag that Sonic comes on is very straightforward. It has his head there, it has the logo, it has the checkerboard pattern. If you have a large collection of toy tags, you're never going to confuse what this goes with. The figure itself looks a little bit simple, but it's absolutely appropriate. I mean, they got the proportions of the head done quite well. You know, you're using just the regular LEGO minifigure body. It does have print on the back as well. You see they went with the dual molded legs, so it's got the blue and the white. The red of the shoes or the boots doesn't go all the way around the back, and never does on these. They just don't print around the back part, but I think that's okay. The head just looks good to me. It's the most important thing. I think that the choices of colors is good, and he comes with a single ring, and most frequently that's been used as a life preserver or a toilet seat in LEGO, but it's definitely the closest thing that they have to a pure plain ring for him to collect. The Sonic Speedster looks very good to me. It's a good build, was enjoyable to put together, and this is fully printed here on the front. This is a nice shape that captures the whole thing just captures the look of a Sonic car really well. This is my favorite thing back here. They use these kind of claw pieces, and they just come forward to give kind of the hair, you know, extensions, little pieces that are shaped up around the back. And of course, you know, it's LEGO Dimensions, so you can actually use this as a toy. Once you save the information onto the toy tag, you can just play with this, maybe put a single round blue plate on top of this or something so you remember what it is, and then you can just use this as a LEGO toy. You can also put a figure on top of it. You can't actually make the figure sit down though without doing a little bit of modification. Even if you move these things out of the way, there's still stuff kind of in the way, but at least you can put the two together, and of course you can customize it if you want. The Tornado biplane build is pretty good. It's pretty colorful. I'm glad they got the yellow stripes in there, and the build for the propeller is kind of clever as well. They use the T-shaped pneumatic piece here on the front, and you can actually make this spin. It doesn't spin freely, but you can kind of repose it if you want. Got the nice struts in there and everything. You know, a pretty nice level of detail on the whole. Look, these look like the landing gear, the main landing gear, along the sides with those relatively recent pieces with the bar. It's basically kind of like a round stud with a bar hanging off the side. They also put a couple of these hollow studs underneath that look like wheels. You can kind of turn those down, pretend that they're retractable if you want to. It's a pretty good looking thing, really, for the low number of parts, and especially when you consider that they do let you rebuild this into other things. And when you take it off its toy tag and stand, the center of gravity is far enough back that it does lean back on its tail like it's supposed to. In-game, the Tornado is actually at a different scale, but it does look very, very similar to what you get in reality in the physical build. So I like the correlation there, even though it's not exactly the same. There's not enough space in the real build to actually put Sonic in there. I still think it's a good representation of the thing. Crab meat is something that you can make from a biplane. That's pretty dang cool if you ask me. It's a complete transformation, but believe it or not, this uses all of the pieces of the Tornado. Every single one of them get used there for that, and also for this, for the egg catcher. It's an interesting hovering mech-like contraption. The Sonic Speedster does look in-game just like the build that you can make from this set, but you can see that they do put Sonic down in there further. However, you could always just take the legs off Sonic if you want, and kind of fake that look, you know, makes it look like he's in there further. So this is possible to pretty closely match what you will see in game. The first transformation is this Blue Typhoon, which uses many of the same parts and much of the same build, but it's not identical. They really made it very close, and you can clearly see the front and everything, but the center section, the back, the size of the tires, you know, a lot of things are different in order to make it kind of feel a little bit more appropriate for the figure in game. And then the final transformation is to this Moto Bug, which has the pincers on the front. This is a level pack, so you get a lot more gameplay content with this than you do with team packs and with the fun packs. I personally had never played anything Sonic related at all whatsoever in my life, and I really enjoyed going through the main story level that they include here. I didn't even complete everything in terms of collecting everything that you can, and I really came out a Sonic fan at the other end of it. I think that folks who are already fans of Sonic will appreciate how they've adapted the universe. They give you some horizontal, traditional platform style gameplay, but they also have the third dimension. And when you get to the adventure world and the battle arena that's also unlocked from this, you go full 3D and it still works with the same basic mechanics. This is a very fun pack. I think that the figure is very collectible, nice to get. I think that the car is really cool, and if you pose the two together, they look good and they can be fun to play with just in real life. The content that's included with this, I think, really puts this in the upper echelon of value amongst the entire range of LEGO Dimensions products. I do recommend this highly to anyone who has LEGO Dimensions, whether or not you're a Sonic fan. Like me, if you've never played Sonic before, you may actually enjoy this so much that you will want to play actual real Sonic games by the end of it. That's it for my thoughts on this one, but I look forward to hearing what you think about this set and the individual components. So please do leave a comment down below. Your feedback is very much appreciated, and I'll talk to you again soon.